Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. If it's your first time here, I'm so happy that you've decided to join the family. Since Valentine's Day is coming up, I thought it would be a really cute idea to make some heart-shaped churros. They're super crispy on the outside and they have that perfect fluffy chewiness on the inside. The recipe will be included down below in the description, and I'll also link all the equipment that I used. So if you're excited for this Valentine's Day treat, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe so you never miss when I upload a new recipe. Now, you don't need somebody special to make these for on Valentine's Day. You can make them for yourself, or if you don't like heart-shaped things, you can just use this recipe to make the traditional shaped churros. Either way, they're delicious and super fun to make, so let's get right into it. The first step is to prepare our cinnamon sugar mixture. Now, the name cinnamon sugar tells you exactly what you need to make it. It's just 2 ingredients. Our first one is sugar. We're gonna add half a cup. And of course, our second ingredient is gonna be some cinnamon. I'm gonna be adding about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And now we're just gonna mix that up all together. And that's it for the first part. You have your cinnamon sugar mixture ready to go so that when our churros are done frying, we can just dunk them right in. Moving on to part 2, we're gonna start making our churro dough, and here's what you're gonna need. Some eggs, some unsalted butter that's been cubed, white sugar, a very small amount of some salt, water, and last but not least, some all-purpose flour. And that's it, super simple, just 6 ingredients, and most of these you should already have on hand in your fridge or pantry. So let's start making our dough. First, grab a pot. We're going to add our water, sugar, salt, and our unsalted butter. Then we're gonna take it over to the stove. You're gonna start out with your heat over medium-high so that it can come to a boil, and you wanna make sure to whisk it all together as it melts. Once it's come to a boil, we've turned down our heat to medium-low, and we're gonna add in our flour. Once we add our flour, we're gonna use a rubber spatula to incorporate it into our mixture. The goal is to keep mixing it until you no longer see clumps of flour like that. Now, I lost the audio for this section, so bear with me, it is a little bit more low quality, but basically after your dough has been mixed, you want to let it cool for about 8 minutes so that you don't cook your eggs when you add them in. Once it's cooled down, you're going to add 1 egg in at a time and mix it. It will be kind of difficult, so you can use your stand mixer or just get a good arm workout in. After the first egg has been incorporated, add the second egg and repeat the same thing. Your final dough is going to be slightly sticky. It's going to be elastic, but it should be firm and hold its shape. Now that our dough is done, we're going to grab our piping tips and piping bags. I bought these off Michael's, but you can also get them off Amazon. If you don't mind not having that signature stripe design on churros, then you could just use a Ziploc bag and cut a small piece off the bottom, and it'll work just as fine. You really don't need any fancy equipment for this. Once your bag is ready, you can stick it into a cup to help you fill it up with the dough, and it's a lot easier this way. Once it's all filled, we're going to take it over to our oiled parchment paper squares and start piping our hearts out. If you want to make sure that the churros don't stick when you drop them in the fryer, make sure to spray the parchment paper with some oil. That way it can just come off right away. This recipe made about 12 hearts. And now we take them over to fry. We have some vegetable oil that's been heated to 350 Fahrenheit, so we can drop our churros in now. All our churros are fried now, so it's time to dip them in our cinnamon sugar mixture. that's it. That's how you make heart-shaped churros. If you do try this recipe out, let me know how you like it down below in the comments. If you want to keep up with all my other recipes, I post over on my TikTok at Meribian as well as on my Instagram at Meribian. Hope you all have a lovely Valentine's Day, and I'll leave you off with a chef's kiss.